Right, and here we go. Wow, just like that. Very, very fast move into the Dire. Maybe it is going to be a level 1 Roche. Defisted straight in, no second thoughts. They go straight to that Roche while I'm setting up the overlay. In they go. So they're going to try their hardest to get this Roche. It looks like they may pull it off. They definitely have a build that is working for it. I haven't seen this build before, but that Panda is tanking the crap out of that Roche. So great job there. Meanwhile, it looks like BT has no idea, and they're going to rotate into the jungle to put down some defensive wards, and down goes Roche. So, great job. That's the first level 1 Roche that I saw this evening, and it was exciting. BT going uh-oh as they try to rotate back around.
30 seconds to showtime.
Knowing that their idea to gank in the jungle pretty much just fell through. So they were able to put up a jungle. They were able to put up a nice observer ward there to block the pull camp as they move back into their positions. So a great opening blow thrown by Defisted to get them off to a strong 1,000 gold start. And there's the starting bell. We'll run through the lineups. On the Dire side, we have Defisted, where KVH will be playing a lone druid. The Templar Assassin will be played by DragonFisted. The Whitebeard will be playing the Ursa. Jegagalog will be playing the Visage. And Derp It Up will be playing the Tusk. Over on the Radiant side with BT, we've got Brix playing the Lifestealer on the solo off lane. Looks like a solo lane by himself, though it may end up being a dual lane. Trouble is a Friend being played by the Venomancer. Mid, we're going to have the Bat Rider played by Bian. LT is going to be playing the Witch Doctor, and the Shark will be playing the Weaver. So it looks like they're going to do a off-lane Lifestealer and a tri-lane Weaver. Very interesting. Yeah, we also see a aggressive tri-lane forming up on the bottom, so we're going to have a lot of action down here. With the Aegis in hand, that makes perfect sense. The Aegis is in TA's hands for the record. Alright, so here we go. Everybody's kind of posturing, not a lot of aggression yet. Lifestealer is in a little bit of trouble from that lone druid, but not too much. The aggressive tri-lane looks like they're rotating out, dropping some wards down, possibly coming in for some action here very, very soon. Pull up that last hit deny chart. Matchups you want to keep an eye on are that mid, that TA versus that Bat Rider, as well as that Lifestealer versus that Lone Druid. Those are the transitions to late game, mid game that we're going to be looking for to who is doing the best on those last hit charts.
Denied.
It looks like we will be handing those last hits to Ursa, so it is going to be a support Tusk again. And right now it is Defisted that is doing such a great job. Lifestealer getting very, very hard harassed by that lone druid. Lifestealer looks like he could have been in a little bit of trouble there, but he is not. He does get out of it. Bottom Bat Rider makes a big move on that TA. Lots of fire, and she goes down, but she's got that Aegis, so she comes right back up and is going to live to die another day. So still very aggressive. Great gank by Bat Rider to pull out that Aegis. So a little slow, a little quiet right now as everybody sort of postures themselves and figures out who's going to make the first move, who's going to give up that coveted first blood and take control of this match. Lifestealer is jungling in the enemy jungle, tempting Lone Druid to come out. They do. Tusk moves on Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor does go down on that aggressive try, so really nice ice shards. Ursa just melts him. Lone Druid and Lifestealer going at it on top, but there's still some pushback coming down here on the bottom, so we're going to keep an eye on both. Venomats are very low, and there is the kill. So Ursa's able to take him out. The port comes back. It's not enough. And they do go 2 for none.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
In favor of Defisted.
Not for you.
That Lifestealer being very aggressive against the Lone Druid, but he is able to stay safe behind that bear of his.
Denied.
TA going very deep against that Bat Rider. Really wants it, but isn't able to finish that job. So I was going to let the Bat Rider get back behind his tower. Yeah, I do see that we're now on a 2v2 because Visage had to go back and get some mana and heal up, but we did see a rotation to top by Venomancer. They're going to try to move on this Lone Druid. He misses with that Gale, but Lone Druid might still be in trouble. He did have to juke left. Can Leicester get him before the stun? And he cannot. So a good TP out, knowing that he was going up against a lane without stuns. We talked about a little bit earlier the lack of stunning on this team, and that is a byproduct of it.
Invisibility!
Roshan will respond in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Not a message that you see at 4 minutes into every match. But a lot of harass going on here. TA is doing a good job of taking the fight to Bat Rider. Lone Druid you have to be very, very careful here. There's the Polar, there's the Snowball. Both of them are in it. They go on that Witch Doctor, gets him in the Ice Shards. Not much he can do. Good stun, though, with that cask. And Weaver's able to get out of there on another good gank on the bottom. So that goes 3-0 in favor of Fisted. TA is going after that Bat Rider. He's got him in a good slow position. Does set off another trap, but it's going to actually end up getting away. Right? I turned off all of my alerts. I don't know why they're showing up.
Denied.
And they're still making it up. He tries to get that TA in the fire, but she's able to avoid it. However, we do see some pretty aggressive play. Weaver did go down on the bottom to that aggressive tri-lane again while I was watching that mid. So one more goes down, and Fisted is quickly taking a position in this game that BT does not want them in. Last hits are just going insanely in the direction of Fisted. 28-4 for that Lone Druid, 28-2 for that Ursa, and 25-12 for that TA. So this is unraveling very quickly. That net worth on Ursa is through the roof. So we're going to see some core items filling their slots up pretty quickly, which is going to be able to turn a little more aggression against that BT.
Haste!
Alright, so there's the haste room picked up by Tusk. He goes in, Ice Shards by himself, and then runs away. The Venomancer wants to mix it up. There goes the Bat Rider. He does have the lasso. He's got TA chasing him all around the place. There's the lasso, so he waits on it. He drags it through the fire, and TA does go down. So smart by waiting on that lasso to the last moment. And BT gets their first kill, which was much needed at this point, and is able to not only get their first kill, but get against TA, who desperately needed to be held down just a little bit with that farm that she's been getting.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Lifestealer getting a lot of free farm out there in the jungle. You can see his net worth climbing pretty dramatically because of that. But here comes Ursa. Ursa wants that Weaver real bad, but Weaver does have just enough. There's Saguchi. He's going to come off a cooldown, and the TP's coming in, so now it's going to turn around. Ursa's got to make a getaway. And it looks like he does have the speed to do it. Oh, Bat Rider pops, and he is going to try to chase him down. Does he have the lasso up? He does not. Can he get enough slow? I don't think he can, so he ends up having to fall back once TA throws down that trap. Lone Druid does pick up his phase boots up on top. Lifestealer in a bad position, did not see the gank coming. The snowball, they go in, but Lifestealer is able to kind of haul out. Will he escape? Here comes the Ice Shards soon. I would expect those. Lifestealer just running in circles, hoping for the best. It doesn't pan out. He's right-clicked down. So that's a dead Lifestealer. He knew escape wasn't going to happen, and I guess didn't want trouble to come in and try to save him.
Ours.
Right? And in we go, so we're going to aggressively push that top lane over here with the Fisted side. They want that top lane down as fast as they possibly can. Up on top, that Bat is trying again, but it's not working. Will he be able to hold that lasso? Flames, there's a little bit of heal goes by TA, but she's not able to save herself. Soul Assumption on the Visage, though, almost gets him. He's down to about 90 HP and ends up dropping. So Templar Assassin falls, and they can't get Visage out of it. Tusk does use that Ice Shards for a bit of an escape there, it looks like. Nope, he is unable to escape, so he tries to Ice Shard and ends up going down himself. So that is a 2 for none in favor of BT. So BT is coming back with a aggressive style here, trying to get themselves back into it. Ursa chasing that Weaver. Weaver looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble. He pops that Suguchi. The stun almost gets him. Ursa's interested in taking the chase. Will he get to the TP's coming in? And Ursa just ran into a 3-man gang attack, basically. And I think Ursa is, yep, he is in deep trouble. Suguchi gets Weaver out of there, and he goes down. So we lose that Ursa. He gets baited into a wonderful trap there. Don't know how we didn't hear those TPs coming in. So up on top, Defisted is still pushing this tower. However, that early lead of Defisted has just been slowly ebbing away to BT, little by little. So gold is starting to pull even. It's still 3,000 in favor of Defisted, but it is moving back towards the other side. XP is getting very close to even. So Defisted really needs to get a good kill or a tower push here to keep BT on their toes. They're going to come right back into this game. Right, Ursa's back in the Roche. That tower is very low, but they are going to leave when that Lifestealer shows up. Batrider does pop his Firefly. Looks like he's going to come in, try to mix it up. Paralyzing Cast on that Ursa. He's locked in there. Venomancer's got his wards up. There's an Ice Shard, and they're going to turn it around. Come rolling in. Walrus Punch. That Firefly, Batrider looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Druid comes in, see if he can finish him off, and they will. Down he goes. So we lost the Ursa when the Firefly came in, and we did also lose the Batrider. Visage here looks like he's in a bit of trouble. He's able to get behind the tower. We end up for a 2 for 1 because Tusk does drop as well. So once again, this goes in the way of BT. Is very low. TA wants that Venomancer, but I don't believe he's going to get him. Visage has stacks of Soul Assumption, though he's going to use on that Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor getting very low. They are going to get the chase, but in comes Weaver from the back. We drop the Witch Doctor, but Weaver's was looking to get that Visage. Will he be able to do it? Weaver has to run through and head out because Ursa does show up. The Venomancer is still fighting with the familiars of Visage over here. As Ursa comes back and they head right back in to take on that Roche.
Might want to mine the top tower.
Firefly again. Here comes that Batrider. The harassment just won't stop. This has been one ongoing Roche attempt. Ursa finds himself in a tough spot again with that Venomancer slow. Batrider wants to get in there and mix it up, but he seems like he's afraid to initiate.
Dire's top tower.
And they're going to try to chase him out of this hole. Oh, and they turned around. Batrider's in some trouble. TA comes in, starts nuking him down. Batrider is going to... Oh, there's the ulti from Witch Doctor. And we end up seeing a Batrider, a Witch Doctor, a Weaver dead, and a rotation out. So Venomancer looks like he might also be in some trouble here. Big chase. There's the Ice Shards. TA is going to get close enough with the Walrus Punch to just burn him down. So that was 4 dead, and we're going to go right back in and try this Roche one more time. Whitebeard very, very low. Lone Druid very, very low, so they do have to be careful. I see they're just kind of standing on the high ground, keeping an eye on things as Tusk works to take down those wards. There's regenerating, so a great pickup on that regen rune. They're going to get this Roche after a crazy, long, drawn-out fight.
Roche won't be stomping around no more thanks to the Dire.
And the team is back. Venomancer, Weaver comes in with that Lifestealer inside of him. Batrider's chasing down that Lone Druid as hard as he can. A lot of fights going all over the place. Lone Druid looks like he is going to go down, but they may get that Batrider in return. And we see a Lone Druid death with a Batrider death. Back over to here. Tusk gets that Polar Buff, so they take out the Venomancer. They're chasing that Lifestealer. Will he have an Ice Shard? He doesn't have enough mana. Does look like they may have the ability to kill him, and they do. So we go with a 3 for 1, probably because that Batrider chased so very, very deep. Weaver also in trouble with the Ursa chase, but he is able to Suguchi and get out of there. What a fight. That was a long 3-part, that was Roche brought to you in 3 parts by Defisted and BT. So Defisted definitely takes a serious advantage with that. They get the Roche, they have the Aegis, they also came out ahead on kills and will probably take this middle tower. Gold over 4,000 advantage of Defisted now and 5,000 XP.
No breaking down the radiant structure.
You can see the net worth. Hero level is TA is leading the charge, but everybody's still fairly closely matched. And those last hits, you can see that Lifestealer still is getting the best of that farm. Take a quick look at items in the inventory here. No major items. Most of the core items are starting to slide into position. We're going to see some quick pickups here. Got a drum recipe, brace recipe, and a Vlad's offering recipe on their way out on the courier real soon. Midas picked up on that lone druid, so we are going to see him start to take off with a little more gear. So good starts for everybody. It looks like we're falling back to that laning a little bit. DFisted is going back to base to get some heals after the chaos that was that Roche. Everybody was pretty low. This game does have a little bit of that slap-happy ring to it that one might expect from a game happening after 12 p.m. And the other 4 matches that you have to win to get here. Things coming out. Looks like they may decide that they want to go push that middle tower, but I think everybody seems like pretty content to farm at the moment. Keep on buying those pieces, some power treads for the Weaver.
Radiant disown their top tower.
And Radiant disowns their top tower, so we see the first tower go down. Oh, there is a grab and just a murder of Batrider. Ursa comes in, TA comes in, and they're able to just drop that Batrider really quickly. Shark in a very bad position, able to Suguchi out of it. TA, with that paralyzing cast bouncing, TA is very low on health, but she does get that refractive shield back up. But she may be in trouble if the... Oh, there's the snowball, grabs the TA, saves her, and moves her into the fight. It actually works out very well, and they're able to finish off the Venomancer, plus Walrus Punch.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
And the middle tower is just going to get melted down. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Lone Druid has transitioned, and he's going to be taking this tower all by his lonesome, while his 4 counterparts push on to the next tower here. So very nice. All tier 1s are down in favor of Defisted, and it looks like a tier 2 as well.
Banged up.
That does put them at a 7,500 gold advantage right now. Net worth skyrocketing for that Lone Druid.
Getting the what for?
And they're able to back out as everybody comes up, so they take 2 towers and 2 kills for no losses. Those of you just joining us, yes, that is a Tusk. Alright, so a little bit of posturing going on both teams now. We're going to head back for some heals and some mana. There's a big push by Defisted, and it looks like that push is going to stop as we head out for a little bit of farm. Both teams to catch their breath for a minute. Except Lone Druid, who is going pretty deep and doesn't... Now he is. So now he's going to go ahead and back out. We might get a little bit of action here. Ursa moving in on that Lifestealer, pinging aggressively to tell his team, hey, this is going on. Those familiars can't seem to catch up to him to get that stun, though, so they are going to back off and not pursue too deep. If they had held off on that a little bit and sent Visage's familiars around before turning the corner on those trees, they probably could have got a good double stun up on that Lifestealer for an easy kill. Force staff picked up by the Ursa. Few things are scarier than a mobile Ursa, so that is going to be painful, along with his Vladimir's offering. That's a pretty rough lineup for the Ursa there. He's going to be bringing down a lot of pain on the side of BT. DragonFist, the TA sitting on that Aegis, just as a reminder. The Aegis will be reclaimed in less than a minute, however, so TA either needs to do something with it or lose it. Looks like they're grouping up Visage maybe as some support for that TA. TA looks like he wants to start something, but I think that Aegis is just going to kind of fade to naught. BT's sort of been forced into a jungle and a protecting strategy. They're kind of moving around as a group, which is unfortunately allowing Defisted to just go out and impose their will on their farming, really running up those last hits and earning as much gold as they possibly can. So right now it seems like BT sort of embraced the let's feed our Lifestealer as much as we can and hope to God that he can emerge and when that 26-minute marks hits and carry us to the next phase of the game. Oh, we got a top push. We got a little bit of a split going on here. Lone Druid is just sort of doing his own thing on the bottom. Ursa and Tusk looking interested in that top tower. At the same time, we got a rotation to the mid by TA and Visage.
In bad shape.
So in they go. Lone Druid never actually leaves. He just goes and farms the jungle. And they push their waves all the way up and force BT to sort of split up, which is going to make them more available to pick up some potential ganks. They do. Looks like the BT has found that Lone Druid in the jungle and wants to move on this. And there we go. Batrider does come in. He does get the lasso on the Druid. He drags him along in the fire. He had Lifestealer inside of him, and they were able to just nuke down that Lone Druid. So great mobility devices for Lifestealer in this game between that Weaver and that Batrider. So a good gank, a much needed gank to get that Lone Druid kind of off of their back and out of their jungle. And as we said before, if you're just joining us and you're wondering who's winning, because you can't always tell from the kills, I'll tell you what we'll always let you know. Wards will always tell you who's winning a game. Based on where they are right now, the Radiant has probably one of the most defensive ward lineups I've ever seen. They are just smoked right along that coastline, and they want to know the second someone tries to step in their territory. The Dire, on the other hand, don't have any wards out, which means that they're comfortable enough with the way that the game is shaping up that they don't want to spend their money on observer wards. I don't know that I fully agree with that, but it seems to be working. Alright, big rotations to the bottom. They're going to push back this creep wave. All four of Fisted is now on the bottom. We do see a port out by Visage to go push back the top, but it looks like these four might decide that they're going to go push into the jungle and try to clean up some ganks. They also know that Roche is back up, so they're going to may decide to go ahead and do that as well, and they do. So in jumps the Ursa, in they go. They do have vision here. There is vision by BT, so they know that this Roche is going on. The question is, will they be able to rotate in time to do something about it? And the answer is no. So, Roche goes down for the third time. The cheese is on the ground. Will they get it? They do. Ursa goes back and grabs the cheese. TA grabs the Aegis again. And they look like they will take this opportunity to push up middle and take the fight to BT. That could have been the Ursa that hands them the 100 if they go ahead and lead in with a good team push. Alright, and we hear the Ursa roar. We know that he's got something up his sleeve. Tusk all by his lonesome up there. Looks like he is in trouble. Batrider does grab him and lights him up with the Firefly, but he is going to turn into a Snowball. Snowball counters fire and try to make an escape. No rotation from his team. They're going to use this chance to kind of slow down the response of BT and take that bottom tower. So BT gets caught up in a gank. Meanwhile, his entire team is able to just take the tower at bottom.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
And Spirit Bear is just farming by himself with that Radiance. So, in we go. Big rotation by Ursa. He's able to get the slow up on Venomancer, and without a question, Venomancer is just sent back to base after about 4 hits from Ursa. So things are spiraling out of control very rapidly over here for them. It's a 13,000 gold lead going the way of Fisted. So Fisted is very quickly taking control of this match. Taking a quick look at gear, Ursa just rushing to the woods. He knows someone's in his jungle. He wants them out, and he's going to make them pay. So we'll see a pushback. I'm surprised we haven't seen a little more aggression out of Fisted, to be honest, with that Aegis and with their kind of dominance at this point. I can't blame them for being careful. This is the finals, but they are taking their sweet time working their way into that base. So it is worth noting that currently all of the Tier 1 and almost all of the Tier 2 towers are down over on the side of BT, whereas only one Tier 1 tower is down on the side of Fisted. So BT really needs to take away some of those towers and slow down the ability for Fisted to just move around this map however they feel like. This top tower is clearly the next target. Convergence by the entire team, so this is a team fight that they're going to want to take. Ursa pops and wants to go in on a chase down, I guess, but no, he turns back, so he's going to focus on the creeps. That Ursa just looks so angry all the time. He does have cheese, and it looks like they're going to push this tower. They were pinging defense on the mid, but I don't think this is a good trade for them. So Venomancer obviously being a pain as he always is, but not enough to slow them down as they push this tower. Up on mid, that tower is about to go down to Lifestealer, but I don't think that DFisted cares all that much. They've got a big creep wave. It would make sense to keep this push going. Aegis up, now might be a good time to push in, and so they do. In they go. Ursa's going to light that tower up hard and fast. That tower is definitely going to drop. Down it goes. First tier 3 tower to drop, and they're going to start working on those barracks. Open wound snowball.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Like comes Batrider with the Lifestealer infested. He blinks into the middle. They do throw up the ice shards on him. Polar punch. He tries to pull out. He does pull out Visage. Visage is able to finish off the Batrider with his soul assumption, but he is able to. He's unable to take the Visage with him. TA goes down. We also lose a Lifestealer. Life totals are very, very low over on the side of DFisted. They may need to withdraw here. And there we go. Weaver comes in and isn't able to do much. Venomancer does go down. Weaver wants to finish that Visage. He's caught in the ice shards and is walrus punched right back to his base. So DFisted turns that around, and an interesting opener by the Batrider combo, but not enough. DFisted is just running away with this. It is essentially GG. We're just waiting for the official call. Gold is over 20,000 in favor of DFisted. XP is 10,000. There's a snowball, jumps on the Witch Doctor for good measure. Pull a punch! And burns him to the ground.
No longer hide.
Down goes that mid-rax. Ursa picks up a Hex Stick. And they're not going to leave anything to chance. They're not going to push straight into the middle. They're going to rotate around and get all the barracks. So at worst case scenario, the creeps can still win. That Rider does jump in, not much he can do. Lifestealer tries to get away, gets caught in those ice shards right between the barracks, and is melted down. So they're going to lose this barracks, they're going to lose this tower. There's not much that BT can do about it.
Radiant's bottom racks. It's hurt.
There goes the snowball. Wow, he went deep with that snowball. Throws up a shard defensively. Paralyzing cast, but it's way outside of range of the rest of his friends. He's able to get back to safety.
Radiant's bottom rack.
All the barracks, all the towers, tier 3. This game is over. Barring some miraculous strategy that I wasn't prepared to see from BT, we're pretty much going to see the GG very, very soon.
Something bad's happened to the Radiant's courier.
The paralyzing cast bounce. Soul Assumption is on full though. Radiant's courier does go down, so enjoy those free items given to you by the Radiant when they brought their courier in there. And it looks like Shark's still trying to be a little cheeky. He wants to finish off that Visage. Don't believe that he will. Tusk did go down in that exchange. Weaver chasing very hard for that Visage. And now Soul Assumption, nukes, and down. So, oh no, Weaver does get away. It looks like we're going to lose a Lone Druid as well. So we lose a Visage, a Lone Druid, and a Tusk to that Witch Doctor ulti. So great job, Witch Doctor, but they are able to finish the Weaver. TA goes down as well. So not great. Not a great escape there. Ursa's still manning up and trying to take on the entire team with the help of the familiars from Visage. He's able to take out the Lifestealer.
Radiant's courier's a goner. The Radiant's
and off he goes. We see a buyback from TA, and Dire sends in their courier to get killed as well. So Ursa's going to go straight to the Ancient and try to end this thing. Here comes Tusk running full speed with a smoke up. He's going to go for the assist. Barra is trying to pull him into the base, unable to do so, and Tusk is able to snowball and get him out of there. Catches the Weaver in his ice shards, and another courier dies. So it looks like Radiant is actually just feeding items to our viewers here on Dota TV. Sending out as many couriers as they can and giving away all those items for courier kills. So to those of you watching on Dota TV, say thank you to BT next time you see him for handing out so many of those sweet items.
My timeline snaps.
Things ain't looking bright for Radiant's Ancient.
EA looks like they're just gonna go in there and farm up a little bit, kill some more couriers, get some more gear, and Bian goes down as well. That is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the inaugural night of the Thursday Evening Cup Series. Thank you for joining us here on NEO Dota on Twitch, as well as watching us on Dota.tv. My name is Toffees. It was wonderful spending the evening with you. I'll be here next Thursday. If you want to follow, it's at Toffees_Dota2. I'll be tweeting all of the upcoming matches, as well as the other tournaments that we'll be working throughout the week. Thank you for joining us here, and have a wonderful night.